All right, guys. It's your boy Weenix, back at it again with another episode, this time of Nintendo, specifically Nintendo Direct. So, without further ado, and before it becomes a little bit too late, I just wanted to kind of touch over the Nintendo Direct that happened was it like a week prior to the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct? And I think that there were some interesting aspects to the Direct that I just kind of wanted to touch on, give my 2 cents, doesn't matter, but just give my thoughts and see, what was interesting specifically, and then also what sort of games from that I'd be looking to play on the Switch 2, but Switch as well. So without further waffling, let's get into it. So the first one being Nintendo Today, which is an app.
Hello, I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. Thank you for watching today's Nintendo Direct. Since 2011, Nintendo Direct has delivered Nintendo news directly to you. And now,
I love whenever he does that little hands to his head and then points at us. Mate, Shigeru Miyamoto is an absolute goat.
Thank you all very much.
Him and Satoru Iwata were just like legends in the Nintendo scene.
A new channel based on the concept of delivering information to you directly. This is a smart device app called Nintendo Today,
But yeah, so like,
which functions like a daily
I mean,
calendar.
I've used the app.
In the app, you can
I don't
view different
actually
Nintendo
go on it
events.
that much.
We will also be delivering all sorts of content about Nintendo
But
games and
from the
characters
looks of it,
every
it's
day.
kind of just that they give you little tidbits about the
After
game,
Nintendo Direct
or
for
the,
Nintendo Switch
console,
2 on April
um,
2nd.
just stuff that you might not be
News
kind of
about
aware
Nintendo
of,
Switch 2
or that they
will be
haven't
delivered
or
to
didn't
you
really want to cover
and directly through the
in
Nintendo
a
Today app
Nintendo
itself.
Direct.
Nintendo Today will be available to download on smart devices later today. Anyone with a Nintendo account can use the app, so please try it out. That's all I have to share. I hope you enjoy using Nintendo Today.
But yeah, it's just like, I mean, it's good and all, but I don't really think like people are missing out on anything. The information that they're putting in there, it's like if you're really, really like Nintendo crazy, maybe a little bit like me, then you might be interested. But otherwise, it's stuff that like, if you don't know, you're not missing out on anything crazy. Now, on the other hand, in terms of crazy stuff, this is pretty big. This is like, I'm surprised it doesn't have more views.
With
Like, this is
Game
crazy.
Cards, you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system and a Legend of Zelda game in this one. Freely inserting the games you have on hand into any
Mate,
system
also
you
the
want.
sound effect for the click is so
What
satisfying.
if digital
Nintendo
games
smashes
could be
it
as
with their sound
flexible and
effects for sure.
convenient as game cards?
It's like the
Here's what we
Switch,
came up
the
with.
Switch Jitty.
Introducing the Virtual Game Card. In the future, virtual game cards can be used for digital games.
But yeah, it's just, what a great idea. I bet whoever came up with this
Purchasing the
got a
digital
nice
version
little
of the game,
promo. That's for
It will
sure.
be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title.
Oh, I can't wait to
Your
play
digital games will be
Zelda
lined
Tears
up
of the
as
Kingdom
virtual game
Switch
cards
2
on a
edition.
dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system.
The ironic thing with this is probably part of the reason why also the Switch 2 has like increased internal storage, because they're clearly trying to give people additional benefit to going with a kind of like digital game cards, hence why they're less expensive, which obviously also makes sense because manufacturing costs
If you have
factor
two
into
Nintendo
why
Switch
physical
systems,
copies are more
you can
expensive.
eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second.
But yeah, this is absolutely massive.
Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever you want.
So I'm
Just as if
assuming
you had inserted
I'm
a
assuming this
physical
is
game
also going to
card.
work between the Switch
With virtual game
and the
cards,
Switch
you
2,
can freely load and arrange which games you play on up to 2 systems.
which could actually be very interesting
Local
for content
communication with your
creation.
second system
Gonna have to give it
is
some
required,
thought,
but but only the
to
first
figure
time.
out about like where the practical applications might be in terms of content creation. But this bit
You
makes a
can also
lot of
lend out
sense.
virtual game cards to your Nintendo account family group members.
It's just like, I guess if
Connect your
you've got like a family
group
group
system
thing
via
with
local
like some
wireless
friends,
when you want to lend a game.
then this ability to
Choose the
lend
title you're lending
what's it called, games between
and who you're
friends
lending
and
to.
family members for up to 2 weeks is crazy. And if I'm not sure if there are any
They
details
can
on
now
it currently,
play on their own system.
but if you're able to rinse and repeat,
You can
aka
only
the
lend
second
one
it's
game at a
done for
time
the
to
2
a
weeks,
particular person.
you can just
Games
lend
can
it
be
back
lent
to them
out for
again.
2 weeks, after which
Then
they
that would
will
be
automatically
crazy.
return to
That
you.
would be crazy value. Because then some
Making
people aren't going to
digital
have to buy
games
any games.
easier
They
to
can just,
use.
one person can
Virtual
buy a
game
game
card.
and multiple people can enjoy it. That is a crazy, crazy update. Honestly, one of the best things Nintendo's ever done. I'm not sure if you guys agree with me, but I generally think that's pretty revolutionary, to be fair. Anyways, also, something to talk about, right? So, Dragon Quest XI. I'm not sure if you guys, how well versed you are in the Dragon Quest series, but it's one of my favorite video game series. You know, inspired stuff like Final Fantasy and such. Anyways, Dragon Quest XI is an amazing game, but I didn't play it on the channel because I wasn't really properly like into YouTube at that point, and I don't really want to replay it again just to play it on the channel. I'm gonna have so many other games to play, but I would be interested in playing the OG remastered Dragon Quest on the channel. I think it would be quirky and interesting. I've never actually played the original Dragon Quest game, so it'd be cool to kind of like work my way through. And then also, I know at some point, if not next year, the year after, Dragon Quest XII is likely to be announced, and that's at least going to be on the Switch, and that's going to be absolutely phenomenal. So, I think it'd be good to introduce you guys to Dragon Quest if you haven't already played. It is a great series, and one of my favourite DS games of all time, Dragon Quest IX as well. Sentinels of the Starry Skies. If any of you guys got DS and you're like curious about a game you might want to play and get stuck into, highly recommend Sentinel of the Starry Skies. But this is a Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake. Should be pretty freaking good. But mate, also the music for Dragon Quest just slaps. And for those of you who aren't aware, if you are into anime, originally throughout the series, Akira Toriyama, rest in peace to the GOAT, used to be the kind of main artist for the monsters and character designs within the Dragon Quest games. I'd be curious to know if they would like recruit Toyotaro, his successor, to do the same. But yeah, okay. And then the only two other games from this Nintendo Switch Direct that I'm particularly interested in, the penultimate one being Metroid Prime 4, is it? Yeah, Beyond. Bruh, this looks so good. I couldn't tell you that. Well, okay, the last time I played a Metroid game was actually Metroid Dread on the Switch, and that was a really good game. But this is like going back to the. Oh, bro, this already looks good, and this is just Switch gameplay. Switch 2. Oh, bro, Switch 2 edition's gonna go so hard. I am so excited. So goddamn excited.
Samus finds a verdant jungle with a colossal tree at its center.
And then you're gonna be able to use this with the mouse controls as well, if you want to. Oh, bro, the vibes. I'm so excited.
Samus must scan stone figures
I am
and
also
other
most
relics
definitely
to carve
going
a
to
path
be
forward.
I'm going to be booking off the Thursday and the Friday around the release of the Switch 2. Provided I'm lucky enough, I'm aiming to pre-order the Switch 2, and then if I am, I'm definitely booking that entire weekend. I'm going to be making so much content, it's going to be sick. Bro, I love Metroid games. I can't believe that we're actually here. The story's always pretty good as well, to be honest. It's always quite intriguing.
As she explores the planet, Samus is granted mysterious
Also,
and
you guys
ancient
let me know in
powers.
the comments, like when you were younger and you were playing Metroid games, because she's always in a suit, Was I the only one who, when I was a kid, thought that Samus was like male?
And to open doors.
Like, it was just like, to me, it was always pretty ambiguous. For ages, I just used to think that, like, yeah, I just assumed it was a male character.
But why were these powers bestowed upon Samus?
And the music, mate, the music in the past 2 games that we've just looked at trailers for has been really freaking good. Mate, the backgrounds, the scenery looks immaculate. This just looks freaking good.
After being summoned to Vuros,
Like, I can't tell if people
threads intertwined
aren't as hype as they
around
should be for
space
this.
and time are beginning to
Like,
weave
I'm defo
a
playing
new
this on the
tale.
channel. Like, we're gonna have so many series to play. It's gonna be insane. We place our faith in you. I know they've got like a little surprise at the end. I don't really understand the reference to the surprise. I've not played that many Metroid games, but regardless, it looks crispy. That red velvet. Yeah, that suit does look crispy as hell. But yeah, Metroid looks sick, bro. And then finally, of course, if you guys know me, you knew this was coming already. There ain't no way we're not playing Pokemon Legends ZA. We played Legends Arceus on the channel, and that was pretty fun. And so, you know, we got to bring it back with Pokemon Legends ZA. Oh.
Welcome to Pokemon
And once again, there's going to be a
Legends,
Switch
new
2,
title in the Pokemon
Switch 2 edition
series.
and version.
You'll begin your adventure by choosing
Out of the
one
3
300
starters,
Pokemon.
which one would you guys go with? I'm a big water stan.
Setting is this
The only time I've
precise.
ever been a fan
It
of like
also
the
appeared in the Pokemon
grass,
X and Pokemon
the grass
Y
type
games.
starter was
Lumio City.
Pokemon
To
Sapphire.
make it easier for people
Sapphire and
and
Emerald.
Pokemon to coexist, a company named
Ruby,
Blizzard
Sapphire, and
Inc.
Emerald,
is
actually.
carrying out an urban redevelopment plan.
But yeah, Trico,
We'll get a glimpse into the lives
Grovyle,
of
and
Pokemon
Sceptile were
people in
amazing.
Lumio City.
Amazing starters. Probably my favourite starters of all time, to be fair. But if I had to pick out of these
Scattered
3,
all over
I'm definitely
town
picking
are
Totodile.
wild zones. These areas are special environments where wild Pokemon can live comfortably, even within the city.
But yeah, Wild Zones were definitely a smart way for them to
You can catch
incorporate like
Pokemon here.
the open world aspect into a city. Because otherwise it wasn't really going to make a lot of
They might
sense,
be
was it?
hostile. If you sense trouble,
But
head to safety.
you know, aren't there cities
There are
like
Pokemon
is
who
it
live
like
outside
California
wild
or
zones, too.
New York or something? There's one
Some of
place
them
that has
can
like,
even be found
or it might be Los
on
Angeles in
rooftops.
America that has like a bunch of national parks and
People and Pokemon live
like within the
easygoing
city.
lives in Lumio
So
City.
it's definitely still realistic, the concept they've come up with.
When night falls, the city's aura transforms. Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament.
Bruh, they
the
look
ZA
clean.
Royale.
The ZA Royale.
Trainers await in battle zones. If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle.
I like the futuristic like look, and everything looks kind of clean.
Strike first before being seen, and you'll land a surprise attack.
It does look kind of clean. And you want to know one of the things that I've
Using a
noticed?
super effective move at the right moment is
Have you
key.
guys noticed that for once, even though it's not like a massive step up,
And with
like
Mega
no one's
Evolution,
complaining
some
about like the
Pokemon can
graphics
power up
for once.
even more.
We're not complaining about graphics. People are just like, fair enough,
You'll
Pokemon
start
Legends
in rank
EA.
Z and work your
That's a
way
good
up to
sign.
rank
We're going in the right direction.
A.
going
Trainers who
in
reach
the
the
right
top
direction.
Are said to have a wish granted.
Very curious to for all the lore videos that are going to come out once Legends EA gets released.
Day and night are two sides to Lumio City. It seems there are even more secrets waiting to be uncovered.
Hell yeah,
What will you find on your adventure?
bruh. The Mega
Pokemon
Evolutions
Legends
as well.
ZA
Everyone loves
launches on
Mega
Nintendo
Evolution.
Switch later this year.
Available late 2025. I love that. I love that it's staggered. Actually gives me enough time to be able to gives me enough time to be able to kind of stagger the games that I'm going to play on the channel. That sort of thing. But yeah, should be good. But I just want to kind of go through the Nintendo Switch Direct with you guys and just kind of talk through some of the games that I'm looking to play. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there are any games particularly for you that you're interested in and that you're looking forward to playing either on the Switch or the Switch 2. Because I know like games like Metroid, I think Pokemon ZA actually, and Dragon Quest will be on the Switch as well as the Switch 2. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, please drop a like, please comment, and please subscribe. I'm back on the journey to 1,000 subscribers, and I think with all the new content coming out in the Switch 2 that we can reach 1,000 by the end of the year, so I'd appreciate it. But until the next one, guys, look after yourself and deuces.